What is the impact and importance of Marxism on literary analysis? This will be addressed when we explore Marxism and Marxist literary criticism in the text The Use of Force by William Carlos Williams. Andrew, Emma, Matthew, and Isabella will be covering exactly what is the theory, its history and evolution, how it works, and application of the criticism through annotations and analysis. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's first dive into the exact definition of Marxist literary criticism, which ultimately focuses on one main question. Which party is benefiting the most from this literary piece? Is it the rich and powerful, or rather the poor and weak? Karl Marx, the basis of this literary theory, drew a few conclusions about the corruption of capitalism and its power structure, believing that all social and political activity were motivated by attaining and maintaining economic power. He suggested that the capitalist structure of society would inevitably lead to crisis and internal contradictions, and ultimately, its downfall. Quoted from Gil Hand's book detailing Karl Marx, this led to the development of Marxism and Marxist literary criticism, which strove to expose socioeconomic imbalances and solve the variety of issues related to capitalism. To achieve this, he broke down society and economics into key components, revealing a variety of conflicts between class divisions such as the bourgeoisie versus the proletariat. Specifically, Marx found that society was broken down into two main parts, the superstructure, which encapsulates human social constructs, and the base, which generates products for society. A much easier analogy would be to imagine that you have a list of things that you want, our superstructure, whether it be a new car, clothes, a family, or religion. Such goals maintain what's called the base, which is analogous to us being inspired by our goals and showing up to work or school to achieve them. Turns out that the ideals of Marxism really took off, spreading out into a few variants all across the world, from Chinese Marxism and Chinese Marxist leader Mao Zedong to Soviet Marxists, who even systemized Marxist literary criticism as the only proper way to read Russian literature. Near the end of the 1920s, Russian formalism grew out of Marxism, leading to a massive tree of other literary views, including new criticism and even structuralism further down the line.
So now that we've gotten a view of Marxist literary criticism, let's dive into how we use it. As we learned before, Karl Marx developed a theory in which all social and political activity were motivated by attaining and maintaining economic power. Some of the primary components that must be studied in Marxist literary criticism include class, oppression, power, economy, and politics, which can be further understood in the text from the following questions. How does the work reflect the social or historical conditions? Where does the text show class conflict as the source of struggle and tension? How does the work enforce or showcase capitalist